Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. 3, 8 hours each. Is that okay? Good morning is from 4 till 10. 4 to 11, 4 till 12, they're serving breakfast. Usually most restaurants open at 6, and they serve restaurant morning breakfast until 11 o'clock. But while you're coming in at 6 and serving to 11, these people are opening the doors a few minutes earlier. What I want to talk about is, first of all, happy holidays. For me, it's always a holiday, okay? But I never rest, and neither I know there's anybody else out here ever going to rest, okay? Bucharest, Budarest, Bucharest, God rests on the seventh day. So whatever you attest, and under arrest, under the test, the Sigma test, the signal testing station for all cellular 168 on the back of all telephones, 724, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. 42 is the reflection of 86, in which creates in its own. The only way to create the 86 is from 42. When you multiply and add the cross, whether you hold the cross this way, you hold the cross this way, from what side do you see it so thin, it's so thick, taking up all three sides? When you see it this way, it shows three sides. Messer, can you hear me? Messer, now, right now, at the time of day I'm living in, I swear I thought I saw you playing a character role with the short mustache, unless it was just my video. Another thing, the tree of life that's behind you, and those two candle holders, you see, I don't see like anybody else. You see what you see, I see what I see, and because I don't like to focus my eyes with any kind of special glasses, I wanted to take it like it is, and I saw a pear on the outside of that tree. When I looked at that tree, I noticed the fleur-de-lis. Take a look at that tree. Put a little dark. Put the dark where the dark is. Put the open space where the open space is. That becomes the fleur-de-lis. The tree is the trunk with its roots, breathing air in and out of system matrix. This planet was built. Do you think they say Jamaican or Haitian for nothing? JaimaicairussiaAsia, Malaysia? Do you think it's just because it came up like this? My father's last name, I carried his last name. Well, you carry in every element, and every element of thought is a reality that comes with how you got to the thought. This is what I believe I do. I see what I see and give you the answer I envision. I envision tons of things. I see tons of things. I just can't explain everything. And neither can I understand everything. As much as you think I might be able to understand everything and anything, I can't. Because I see it in my way. Guide me in the one-horse open sleigh to see it your way. Because that's the only way I want to go. I want to go one way. And on the one way, there's exits. And all the exits are different. This one goes down and to the right. This one goes down and up. This one goes over and down. Traffic going this way, traffic going this way, up and over and down. And we see it on all the highways. And every single one says exit, exit, exit. EX as 5 in the family of X. X sounding Jewish alphabet as I know it is where the vowels are not there. Remove the E from the alphabet and remove the A from the alphabet, counting on one hand. Take away 6 from the alphabet. If the total alphabet was A, B, C, D, and E, then we would stop the alphabet right there, take away A and E, add up only B, C, and D. B, C, and D is 2, 3, and 4, 432 vibration. 324 is 18 by 18, which equals to 324. If we remove all of this, we would end up with 9 and 6. 9 and 6 equals to 15. The first and the fifth letter is A and E. That becomes your circle. A and E. We remove it from the first 10 numbers, in which why we're understanding is because this is here, this is here, and this is here. Imagine it was like this, and it was just turning. It's the same pin. This is the pin on the inside, this is the nose on the front. Do not forget, the nose of a train and the ass of a train. Ass and 9. The caboose. CA, Creation Angel, 3113. Which is only created by 7 by 3, 7 plus 3, the wings. Zzz, See the wing this way, the propeller this way. The wing this way, the propeller this way, right? See the difference, wing and propeller? Two ends of the stick. A train is like a monorail. It's going this way or it's going this way. It's going this way or it's going this way. Almost like the ocean on the same rail. How do they switch off and come back and don't interfere? Anyways, we're not going to look at that anymore. Now, if we wanted to take something apart or put something together, let's take some glue and some dust, and some glue and some dust, and some glue and some dust. See, if I take my grinder and trying to grind off the glue, it'll warm up and fill in all my edges, so you have to melt the glue off, not grind it off. But if we were going to grind it off, it would turn into dust. Enough particles hidden inside the glue from the ACAI plant, okay, and in that glue, it just holds everything together. And then, oh my God, it's a snowman. No, it's a castle. No, it's a freaking rock. They built a rock. Whatever elements are in the rock, that's how they built it. I got the answer right now. I can build you anything. Anything at all. I can build you anything that I can find online. How smart am I? All I have to do is listen to, what do you want me to build? Put it into the computer. I go, oh, yes, sir, I can build that. Hello, Jack. You're building those A-frames, all right? Okay, I need 100 of them. All I got to be is the in-between operator. And that's what they put on your telephone. This is the way they put your telephone. They ask you, what star system are you from? So I put it like that right on my chin. Here it is. I'm from the star operating in the numbers. 369. Why would we put 369? Do you know what 369 does? Can't go there. Just finished building rocks. We're going to go back to the alphabet again. There's so many things you can go for the alphabet. But you have to understand one thing. If this was ABC, ABC, then this would be ABC. Then this would be ABC. It wouldn't matter. But then it's the coordinates. Matrix coordinates. What angle am I on? 35 degrees. So now you got your ABC. Now you got your numbers. You got your numbers where you are, ABC, and your numbers that go around. Everybody seems to be, B is in the 5 hole. But if B is in the 5 hole, and this was the ace card, or the 3 card, the ace would be over here, and the top here, and the top here, that'd be the 3 card. If I took that away, that'd be the 2 card. You follow me, ABC? A, B, C, D, E? You do know when we put 2 E's together, what happens, right? When we put 2 E's together, I've just, in the need for speed, E and E becomes I and H. H, D. You can be ahead of things because H-E-A-D, because the H is in the A family. So H-X automatically carries A and E, saying I am ahead of things. The P letter, you know why it's missing the entry here? And the formation comes like this. Take a look. If I put a dot, where is it? Where is it? I put a dot right over there. Doesn't this look like an animal sitting over here? Okay, we did this already. See this over here? The D and the N together. The D, I call this the delta angle because of this angle for delta for the D. Delta Dawn. What's that flower got on? Because she's in the upper level. Delta of Dawn. Upside down or right side up means this way or this way because it's both the same thing. The point is to this side, the point is to this side. The point is down, the point is up. Which one is Delta Dawn? And through the end, it creates the piece of the pie, and the Pontiac image is the cutout from the end. They cross over from the end here, which is the 2-5 position. The 2-5 position in this one is right over here. See, this is 2-2-2, right over here, because it's in the middle. And this is 2-2-2. But because it's in the middle, this is the 5 position, this is the first position of 2, this is the last position of 8. This is the first position of 4, next to it is 5 because you're running through and not up to bottom. Your life runs this way. Just want to show you one more thing. If we want to go back to the P letter, Philadelphia, the P and H, you see the way part of the donut is cut out? That would become the R letter. That would be the pilot light. Okay, now I'm not sure exactly how that works, but it makes Earth 1/5 of a piece. Because you see Earth, you see that corner? That's the corner of the 9 corner. You see this over here? Okay? This is what you would call your yin and your yang. Okay? It's a split system where it's connected into the ear and all through the houses. Whoop. All through the houses and all through the nights. Okay? I can't even explain this, but it's 16 and 18 equals to 34 or equals to 3/4. Here's the 3/4. 3/4 of the whole square. Okay? 6 and 8, 1 and 1. 1 and 1, 1. Do you know why? Because it's in the center. It's always 1. 5, 1, 2. Always in the center. 1 and 2 equals L. Spells Ebola. Coming out from the heart. New Zealand, ketchup, and tomatoes. Something to watch out for. Water. Another thing I wanted to mention is the church. Now, I might have missed something. I might have jumped over something. Forget about the church. Here's a chair. Balances on these two. If I would make that chair with a flat part, I would have to have the totality of the underneath of that chair balancing against the floor here. This way I only need the front and the back, so at least 2 legs are safe. Just like I did here, the split hoof of the pig. Dividing because you're balancing on 2 sides. If you had it flat across, you could not because you'd always follow the seesaw. Here you can keep balancing it, the flat part. You understand? Flat part. If I put something on here that had a point, I can do that, right? I can do that so it can balance. You can balance on any point. But if I put something that was solid, right, you couldn't cheat them underneath. You couldn't cheat it. You couldn't cheat. You couldn't slip anything underneath. This also gives a passage between the 2 paws. Let me link up very, very quick. Engine, link. First car and engine in between here and here. If the only thing here was, if the engine was here and the only thing that was fire, you can never get from here to here. So it all stops the first car. We never can go to the leader because in between us and them is fire. The last car. Well, the last car has the best chance to getting to the engine. Because you get off the last car and you wait for the engine to come around one more year to catch the car at the end. Head him off at the pass before he gets. Or if the engine's winding down a mountain, you just go straight down the mountain. You wait for the engine to come down here. The only 2 ways. Now you have to watch out that when this car, this engine, in the movie I watched, okay? In the movie I watched, I thought it was Sky Skier or something. I don't remember the name of the movie. Okay, that you could never get to this side of the car, this side to this side, because the train was so long, and at certain points it wounded, and it wounded that you could not pass this side of the track. Anyways, regardless from that, we call it the nose and the tail. The nose and the ass. These are all the things to do with the front end of the train. The same thing I see Earth is like the bull nose of something even bigger, like living at the end of a bullet or something. Okay, so then we have a bunch of other things. I'm going to jump over it and jump in with this. If you have 3 inches, right, all you have is 1.5. Because if I had 3 inches, it would be 1.5. I would have to do this. It would have to be half and half of each side. So I'm leaving 1.5 as the 3 inches that I needed by putting 1.5 on each side, and 1.5 times anything will multiply the number by exactly 4 by 1.5 is 6. 3 by 1.5 is 4.5, which puts it over here. Okay, 7 by 1.5 is 10.5, which leaves it in the center. You know why? 105 equals 6. 5 and 1 is 6. O equals 6. If O equals 6 and 5 equals 5, 5 and 6 is 11, plus 1 is 12, equals 13. Anyways, let's not get into that. That was the energy power that goes along with it. So 1.5 times 1 is 1.5. 1.5 times 2 makes a perfect 3. 1.5 times 4 makes a perfect 6. And 1.5 times 6 makes a perfect 9. So did you understand how we ended up? 1.5 by 2 made 3. 1.5 by 4 made 6. And 1.5 by 6 makes 9. So this is how you turn 2, 3, 4, 6, 9 is your rotation. Okay? We explained this. Now A and B. Why A and B? Because it's either in the center or on the sides. Either it's up or it is down. But it's always A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 over. Okay? 1, 4, 7 above. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. Okay? Now we're going to bring it over here. The word dad, 414. The word Abba is 1221 because of the stick. 1221 is Abba. It means father, dad, 414. Man equals 13. 13 equals 1 equals 4. A equals 1, N equals 1 and 4 equals 28, plus the 9 birth. 9 birth plus DNA, I, equals the 28 man. DNA, 414. Mum, 13th letter, 6th letter, 13th letter, 464, Zion, Israel. 4 by 6, 4 plus 6 is 10 and 24, equals both Roman numerals, XX. X marks the spot. X marks the spot over here, and we strand 1 down here. Excuse me, we strand 1 down here, we strand 1 down here, and we have 1 over, and we make the Budweiser bow tie, circling the entire thing, and that's where we live. This goes inside of here, and this goes inside of here. The 7 and 9 become empty. We play out of number 8, or we play out of number 5, or we circle the whole damn thing, and we are number 1 in the center of the totality of 8 that is going around us. So this is your DNA strand, this is your man, and then we get the light. 13 becomes 4, 4 becomes D, 1 A, and 6 for O, mum, 464, 6 and 1 is the light. 16 and 16, or sweet 16, is the passage. 48 is the space, 32 is the entry, 16 and 16 is the light. Sweet 16, 3 by 16 is 48. The whole 16, 16 by 4 equals to 64, which is 8 by 8, which is the 2 worlds. Okay, it is the chess game, and it says Adonai. D, 0, equal this O, okay, equals 6. This O equals 6. This is for dad, this is for dad, this is for DNA, and this is for the I birth inside of 9. Turn these around at 1331, 6 and 3, and 6 and 3 come together. This is the 1 center. Remember how the numbers go. Who lives center of what? 6 is the center of the reality of 1331. 11 times 11 times 11. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 is 7 and 6. 7 and 6 is 13. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3 and 4. 3 quarters, or 3 and 4. 3 by 4, 3 plus 4 is 7, and 12 is 19. DNA. Back to Adonai. In the space of the light of man. 16, which is 4 by 4, and 4 plus 4. 4 is D. 16 is P. 4 and 4 is 8H. P-H-I. P-H-A. 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 for the spade and the light I am. Raphael 7286. In a constellation of Pegasus, we are all getting stronger by the perception of the others. By the perception of the others, we are greater than who we are, but only by the perception and not by the deliverance. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. In this, the final year, the scenario, the last of all Christmases, because the next time I see Christmas, we're going to have to change religions, I think. We're going to have to completely change the complete religion with a complete new name for a complete new world, that we should no longer adorn the old reality, because the old reality is the old reality of what we used to live with, and what we will be living with is the greatest future we can ever see from now to eternal time, until we change it by our own decisions. Thank you.